To get good at game dev, you need to, guess what, make games. So I joined a team game jam to hone my art skills. This is technically not my first game jam, but silly me, I lost all the footage for that video, so press F for respects. The first game jam I did was an endless runner gravity game, and I actually finished the game with a UI and a working game loop, which you can actually play on itch.io, so please support this work. Both game jams I participated in were hosted by the GameDev Field Guide, and this is an amazing podcast by Zachavelli, so if you're watching this, you're pretty cool, mate. All game jams usually have a prompt, with this one being one-time use and a special modifier to add a little bit of spice, being speedrun friendly. In this game jam I joined the third team game jam with two other members, Rocker and Stein, both programmers who needed an artist to help with the project. What's that? Is that someone with mediocre art and animation skills and barely any programming knowledge? Nope. It's me. Anyway, bad jokes aside, we had a couple meetings in Discord and we discussed a bunch of random ideas like, get this, an endless runner roguelike with an animal hybrid that you could customize, and then getting hurt would lose limbs and then you would eventually be hopping on one leg. After some time, ideas like fantasy, mechs and roguelikes were thrown around, and we came to a more solid idea to design a roguelike top-down shooter game, kinda like Vampire Survivors, and in this game, taking damage will lose guns and that you can collect weapons along the way. The story would follow a isekai kind of plot where the protagonist is trying to get home from a fantasy world and fighting this wizard dude. I got to work with Aseprite, blocking in shapes, trying to get an interesting silhouette. I tried to use this blue and pink colour scheme with a somewhat bulky mech shape. I spent ages tweaking the details because in pixel art, one pixel can make a huge difference to the shape and tone of the character. After fiddling for a while, I came to a more final design and experimented with some other more basic colour schemes, trying to keep in mind readability and aesthetic. After consulting my team members, although I liked the brighter mech with pink accents, a decision for darker, grittier mech with purple accents was made. Then came on to the most exciting part, animation. For those of you that didn't catch up, that was sarcasm. Animation is fun once it's finished and can get very tedious. As the idle animation is the easiest, I went with that first and added it to the game. And when I opened up the game, this was my first look at the game in Unity, and my team has been very busy programming core features and movement. To make things easier for me, I used a 2D movement animation template with running all the way to climbing ladders. And huge thanks to Zeggy Games for this asset pack, it made my life so much easier. Go check out some of his other work, linked in the description. First I got the run animation done, which turned out okay. It's kind of janky and more like a wobbly walk animation, but hey, it works. Don't worry, I did a bit of coding in this project, linking up the actions with animation triggers and balls. Doing a team game dev project has its quirks, and sharing the project with others can be very difficult and confusing to set up, especially for beginners like me. Luckily, Rocker came to my rescue and talked me through how GitHub works and pull requests and branches, and if you ask me how it works now, I will laugh at you and run the other way. The project deadline was slowly approaching and I still had a few animations to do and design the map. As we were doing pixel art for the game, I used a tilemap system along with an environment tileset from the Unity asset store. To say that I rushed the level would be an understatement. I tried to do a whole biome system with a detailed open world-esque map, but time fell short and I resorted to spamming trees everywhere to meet the deadline. In the end, the game was complete with a somewhat working game loop, functional game mechanics, and some animations. However, in the rating period, we got a lot of comments that highlighted the inconsistent art style between the environment, enemies, and player. But a finished game is a finished game, and I want to massively thank Rocker and Stein for their contributions to this game jam. Thanks, guys. In the end of the jam, we came 7th. Not the best, not the worst, but it was an experience. That's one way to put it. You can actually play this game on my itch.io page down in the description, and while you're at it, why don't you test some of the other games? Everyone put a lot of love into this project and it's really fun and useful to do this. And with that, it wraps up yet another amazing video. Stay tuned for the next video where I actually start my supposed mega project. And if you're still here, you are epic. So make sure you just demolish that subscribe button and like the video. I'm actually trying to get to 1k subscribers before my brother Gravity Ranger, and if you can help me with that, that would be amazing. Thanks. Comment down below how much you love me, how much you love this video, and share this video with everyone you know, your friends, your grandma, your dog, and I'll see you in the next one.